In a growing town full of dust, promise and opportunity, there lived a man named Same, short for Samuel, but everyone just called him Same. Same wasn't flashy, he wasn't loud, but he was reliable, and in this world, that counted for something. A man of grit, loyalty, and long hours. Same built houses, offices, schools, brick by brick. He didn't inherit wealth, he earned it, rising from a young boy mixing cement on job sites to owning one of the most respected contracting businesses in the region. He wasn't a man to party or chase women. In fact, most days he barely had time to sleep. His phone never stopped ringing. Clients, workers, site inspectors. Same was always out chasing contracts, pouring foundations, finishing deadlines. But there was one thing he longed for, someone to come home to, someone soft, someone who made the work feel worth it. That's when he met Kelly. She walked into his life like silk in a thunderstorm, beautiful, well-spoken, with eyes that laughed before her lips did. Kelly made Same feel seen, appreciated. She wasn't like the girls from the job sites or the clubs. She was polished. She wore perfume that lingered in a room like a memory. Same was smitten, and she knew it. They dated for a few months, mostly fancy dinners, long drives, weekends at beach resorts. Same was giving, too giving. He covered her bills, helped her family, even bought her a car before she ever said yes to a ring. When he proposed, she didn't hesitate. But it wasn't love that made her say yes, it was the lifestyle. The wedding was elegant, quiet and fast. Same's mother had a strange feeling in her gut that day. She's pretty, but pretty don't build no family, she whispered to her husband. He nodded but said nothing. You can't tell a man in love that the woman he loves is the storm that'll sink his ship. Within the first few months of marriage the changes started. Kelly wanted more jewelry, more money, more attention. But not from her husband. Same was gone a lot. Up at dawn, home past dark. Contracts don't wait. The bigger the business got, the less time he had. But he didn't mind. He was building something for them, for their future. Kelly, on the other hand, had other plans. While Same was at sites or in meetings, she shopped. Hair every week. Nails every few days. Designer bags lined the closet. Shoes came in daily deliveries. She walked through malls like she owned them. And when she wasn't spending Same's money, she was spending time with other men. It started with flirty texts to his friends. Then dinners. Then nights. Men who had stood beside Same at the wedding were now sneaking into his house when he was away. And Kelly? She felt no guilt, no shame. But the worst betrayal came from someone blood could not excuse, Sam, Same's younger brother. Sam had always been jealous. Where Same was responsible, Sam was reckless. Where Same built, Sam borrowed and begged. He was the brother always asking for money, always needing bail, always making promises he never kept. Kelly and Sam met at a family dinner. It was meant to be a peaceful Sunday meal. Instead, it was the beginning of a dark, forbidden affair. Sam and Kelly became lovers in secret. They laughed behind Same's back, used his money, used his house, even used his trust. And Same? He kept working, unaware that the ones he loved most were the ones slowly breaking him from within. Same's parents started to notice things. His mother came by one day and found Kelly lounging in silk robes, a man's watch on the coffee table that wasn't Same's. When she mentioned it, Kelly snapped. I'm not running a guest house, don't come by without calling. That day, Same's mother left in tears. She's turning your own house against you, she warned. Even your brother's acting strange. Same didn't want to believe it. He thought work was just making everyone tense. He bought flowers, booked a getaway. He even started making plans to cut back on contracts and spend more time at home. Then, one morning, Kelly made an announcement. I'm pregnant. Same froze. Then smiled. You serious? She nodded, tears in her eyes. Same cried that night. Not because he was scared, but because he finally felt like he was winning at life. A baby, a family, a legacy. He called his parents, he called Sam. He even opened a savings account for the child's future. He started painting a nursery, adding new locks to the house, ordering baby furniture. But behind that happiness was a silent lie. The child wasn't his. Sam knew, Kelly knew, but Same? He had no idea that he was painting walls for a baby that carried his brother's blood. Then came the rainy Tuesday. Same had closed a major contract, It was going to set them up for years. He bought roses, picked up a bottle of sparkling juice, drove home early, his heart light for once. But something felt off. The lights were dimmed, the house was too quiet. Then he saw it, Sam's phone charging on the kitchen counter. A phone that was supposed to be with Sam across town. Then a sound upstairs, a laugh, a moan. Sam's heart began to race. He didn't want to believe it. His mind begged him to turn away. But his feet carried him to the bedroom. He opened the door. There they were. Kelly, half covered in sheets. Sam, shirtless, frozen in panic. The room stank of perfume and betrayal. Sam didn't speak. Not at first, Sam stuttered. "Bro, I can explain." "You, my brother?" Sam whispered. "You, in my house, in my bed?" Kelly didn't even hide. "You were never home. What did you expect?" That broke something in Sam. He didn't shout, he didn't hit. He turned, walked downstairs, then came back with 2 trash bags. Threw their clothes in, opened the door. "Out," Sam begged. Kelly cried. But Sam said nothing more. They left barefoot in the rain. Neighbors peeked from windows. No one said a word. Kelly tried to come back days later, claimed the baby might be his. Sam wasn't a fool anymore. He ordered a paternity test. The result, not the father. He changed the locks, blocked their numbers, sold the house they lived in, and bought a smaller one near his parents. He moved his mother and father in, built them a front porch to sit on every evening. And slowly, he healed. He never remarried, never entertained love again. But he learned that love without respect is slavery, and trust without loyalty is a curse. Some wounds don't bleed, they bruise, and some betrayals don't kill, but they teach. Thank you for watching this powerful story. Please subscribe for more heartwarming and eye-opening stories like this. And don't forget to like, comment and share so others can enjoy and interact too. Your support keeps these stories alive.